Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south, more specifically, Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, and I'm outside of the Venthaven Museum. Now, Venthaven is the only museum dedicated entirely to ventriloquist dummies. It started out as a personal collection from one man, and it eventually evolved into a place where retired ventriloquist dummies whose either their owner had replaced or their owner had died can now go to Venthaven and live out the rest of their lives. Now, I'm sorry, because I'm not going to be able to take you inside there, because they have very strict rules about what you're allowed to video and photo in there. And I tried really hard. I talked to the curator. She said that I'd have to talk to the board to get approved to video in there. And so I wrote an email to the lady on the board requesting that I be able to film a YouTube in there. I sent her my YouTube channel. I sent her a couple of videos to kind of get an idea of what I do. They considered it, but in the end, they rejected my request to film inside Venthaven. The reason that they gave was that they said I used the word creepy a lot. They said they did not want to be associated with that name. I told them I would not use that word in the video. I was not trying to imply that their place was at all creepy. But they said that, you know, that video comes up, my other videos come up with creepy. They're very protective, and they didn't want that word anywhere near their property. And let me just out of curiosity, let me just do a quick Google search, because I was a little surprised that she said that my name was associated with the word creepy. I'm closely associated with the word creepy. Does that mean I'm a creepy guy? Let me just do a quick Google search here. I googled Carpetbagger and creepy. So let me see what came up here. Oh, there's a bunch of my videos. Creepy abandoned house with a mysterious noise. Creepy old abandoned house. Creepy old two-story house. Really creepy abandoned house. Maybe I'm not as much creepy as I'm just unimaginative when coming up with titles for video names. Oh, here's an old blog post from my blog. Creepy rabbits. Strangest things you can find in New Orleans cemeteries. These cemeteries are as beautiful as they are creepy. All right. So, apparently I used the word creepy too much, and it cost me. But I'll get back to that in a second. Let me just tell you, I'm always irritated when I'm not allowed to video and film. That's what I do, and that's what I love to do, and I love to show these places. I love to document these places. But I told them, okay, fine, that's fine if you don't want me to video. I'd still like to visit, though. This isn't a museum you can just show up at. You do have to call ahead and make an appointment to get a private tour. They're not really like a museum that's like advertising that's trying to get a bunch of visitors in. It's more of, I think it's a nonprofit agency that's kind of committed to preserving ventriloquism. So they're not trying to make themselves some huge roadside attraction, but they do take visitors and take guests. So I set up a visit, and I went today, and amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. I could not recommend, if you are into just kind of different type museums, museums that have, things that you aren't used to seeing, this way up on my list. This gets the absolute thumbs up. Literally my only complaint would be that I'm not allowed to video. So if videoing is very important to you, that could be an issue. They do allow you to take as many pictures as you want, but they're very strict about what you do with them. they don't want you posting them online. They don't want you posting them on your blog or your video. They said they don't even want you posting them on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. They're that protective of their things. And I know enough about photography law where I could show you every picture I took in there right now without any repercussions. But you know what? I'm not going to do that because I'm going to respect their status, respect their rules, because they're great people. They're nice people. They have an amazing place, and I don't want to crap on that at all. There's a few pictures they do let you take. So I'll show those right now. The reason they give for not allowing you to publish pictures, they said that a lot of the ventriloquist dummies have separate copyrights to different people, the people that make them, the people that owned them, so they don't want to fool with having copyrights violated from third parties. The ones that they let you take pictures of, they have obtained the copyright to. So they do let you take those, and they do let you post those. They just ask that you say posted with permission, which any video anything I show in this, I have permission to post. So yeah, there's several buildings, and each one is a different part of the collection. Just massive, amazing. They're just wall to wall ventriloquist dummies. It's actually kind of overwhelming. It's just, whoa, you walk in, you've never seen or experienced anything like that. Just the sheer volume. Every ventriloquist dummy has its own personality, its own look. It's just very cool. I could probably spend hours in there just looking at each one, looking at the different characters. Just very amazing. Let's address this whole creepy thing. The lady Lisa who does the tour, she doesn't skirt around it. She comes out and says that yes, they have a reputation for there's certain people who like the whole creepy dummy thing. There are a lot of horror movies use dummies in that way, and she openly talks about that. And the kid, there's another family in there that had some young kids, and when they first went in, they were scared, and when she offered to let them hold a dummy, they didn't want to do it. Kind of the explanation that she gives is that to have eyes staring at you is unnerving because people don't stare. Dummies are meant to be lifelike, therefore when they stare at you, it makes you feel uncomfortable. And they have exaggerated features because they're used on stage shows, because they kind of have like permanent stage makeup. So when you get up close, they have garish, exaggerated features that can be off-putting. And I'll just throw in my own 2 cents here, is that a fear of ventriloquist dummies could be explained by the scientific theory of the uncanny valley. Now, anyone not familiar with that, basically what it is that we enjoy human-like characteristics in things, like a cute robot like WALL-E. We find the human characteristics more cute, but the closer we get to something looking like a person but not looking, there comes a point where it falls off and creates a valley, like the statistic line, oh, we like that, oh, we do, suddenly I don't like that. And what that is when something has human-like characteristics or looks very human, but there's a clear unhumanness to it. So a talking doll or something meant to look human but does not look human, but is clearly not human. Humans have kind of a natural aversion to them. It's not fully been explained. I think one theory I read was that it was ingrained in people to stay away from people that look deformed or unusual to avoid contracting diseases. But that's the uncanny valley theory. People fear things that look too human. So that kind of, dummies don't look too human. Like wax figures look way more human. A lot of things look more human, but dummies, I think, look human enough where it bothers some people. Yeah, I think having 1,000 little eyes look at you, I don't think that needs to be explained why that may be creepy or off-putting. But really, I was not creeped out going through there. I think it's, I was just fascinated. I'm a little different. So maybe I'm not the best judge of deciding, is it creepy, is it not creepy? And you know what? Just make up your own decision. Some people think things are creepy, some people don't. You know, going back to me using the word creepy too much, I think I use the word creepy maybe a little different than other people do. I like things that are creepy. I like kind of like you're not sure about it, that kind of feeling. I think it's a good feeling sometimes. But yeah, I couldn't endorse this place more. The curator Lisa, she's like the nicest lady. She does an awesome job of giving the presentation, of just showing you. It's really, it really does give you a good sense of history on something that you probably never thought you'd want to hear about. A lot of people don't care about ventriloquism, but suddenly you go in there and it's like, wow. This is pretty cool when you see the different dummies, the history of it. Yeah, but don't go in there. Don't go showing up like thinking that, I can see horror movie fans and stuff wanting to stop by for the sole reason of the creep out factor. I think there's maybe a subtleness to that, but it's not meant to be creepy. And another thing Lisa said was that, they actively take donations. They're there to preserve the history of ventriloquism and to celebrate current ventriloquists. And, they're run by a board, so they have people to answer to. They take it serious, in the fact that people may not want to donate, their father's ventriloquist dummy if they feel like it's being made a joke of, or feel like it's being used as a creep out factor, because it was a beloved family item. So I wish they would have let me video, but I respect their reasoning. I understand that they have their own reasons, their own agenda that they need to protect above my need to make a YouTube video. But as a guest, they're very nice people. They have an amazing museum. Yeah, I know, bouncing around here, but yeah, I think one thing that may dig in their skin a bit is like Google like world's creepiest museums, and you'll find like 100 top 10s. In fact, let me Google that right now. Okay, now let's see. I just typed in creepy museums into Google, so it's the first thing to come up. 13 wonderful creepy museums to visit around the U.S. by the Huffington Post. Crack.com has 7 most horrifying museums on Earth. Listverse has top 10 museums that will scare you silly. The Lineup.com has 9 weird and creepy museums that will give you chills. Those are the top 4 results. Venthaven is in every one. So yeah, I can see how that would dig in their craw. I mean, that's not their mission. That's not their mission statement. They don't want to be the creepiest museum in the world. Some museums might love being on that list, but this is not one. They celebrate the wholesome side of ventriloquism. I guess there's not an unwholesome side of ventriloquism, but yeah, they don't like to be thought of as this creep out place. They're a warm, caring place to document the history of a classic art form that dates back over 100 years, to preserve that, to preserve the history, and to showcase the next generation. They're actually connected to a yearly convention where ventriloquists from around the country meet. So they don't want this bad press. And looking at that, I can understand why they would be wary of me. I'm sure I play up creepiness in certain places. So Venthaven, if you're watching this, no hard feelings. I love your place. I want everyone who is in that area to stop by. $10, that is very well spent. Come by, see the Ventriloquist Museum. It's absolutely amazing. I could not endorse it more. You're not going to be able to see it in this video, so go see it in person. I appreciate you guys watching. www.thecarpetbagger.org. Oh yeah, and like, subscribe, share. If you want to send me a few dollars on Patreon, I will send you postcards while I'm on my road trips. Also sell t-shirts, and those links are below. I appreciate it.